Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there. It all ends here. The story, the year, all of it. Everything comes to an end tonight, kids, on Marvel Tales. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is every day I'm gathered. It is
Justin the Owl taking on a new form to discuss the epic conclusion of the Gatherers Saga.
That's right,
I
kids.
love
This time we're going to wrap the whole thing up. We're going to wrap the year up. Yes, Avengers 372 through 375. Enter 2024.
Yes. Ended on an epic note.
We're going to walk through a portal right into 2025.
That's right. And where we'll end up? Only time will tell.
Or the ads in the books will tell you what.
Yeah, just thumb through the ads and you'll find out what's next.
Wow, we're not even 2 minutes in. Look at this. Hello, Noel.
Oh, I know.
No, it's Gatherers. Yeah, it has nothing to do with Matt Gaetz. All right, that's my only political joke. All right. All right. Oh. All right, let's get to this thing.
Yeah.
All right, so should we jump in? Start with Avengers. Oh.
Yes.
Thank you. No, haha.
No, like that one. Yeah, a bit of time transpired between the issues that we covered in the last episode.
Well, yeah, because we ended with 363 last time, and now we're starting with 372. So
yeah, and I had forgotten actually that there was such a chunk of issues in between. There was the whole Kree story with the Kree rebels. There was the blood ties.
Mm-hmm.
There was the deviant story with Gahar, which I thought actually took place at a different.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I thought that took place in a different year, but actually it was this. So, and all kinds of stuff happened.
Wasn't there an issue with the Blood Wraith too?
That was the annual.
Oh, was it the annual? I thought he came back. Okay.
He did come back later.
Okay.
His first appearance was in the annual. And all this stuff happened in between those two Gatherers stories.
And there's even stuff in that happened in other books, kids, because we'll let you know why Steve Rogers is hacking up a lung.
Oh, that's true.
I'm surprised they didn't call it out at all. They were just like, "Oh, you're sure you're okay."
Yeah, and all of a sudden we have a new member of the team out of nowhere. Sort of new member.
A bunch of members will get shipped off, so we don't see them for the rest of this episode. Here,
yeah, all kinds of changes happening.
Yes. Oh my! Look at that.
Yeah, love that cover. All kinds of action happening here.
What is that? What is that attacking Sersi?
I don't think those are tentacles.
That looks like quite a grin on his face.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, all the Avengers now, I guess, have built-in knee pads. So
it was the 90s.
Oh my! Because again, look at the Black Knight's costumes; it keeps evolving. Now we got
I know all kinds of armor plating and
high-tech boots. Yeah. And the jackets are still there.
The jackets, yeah. Big giant gloves now. He's growing the hair out. He's got the
90s mullet. Yeah.
90s mullet happening. Yep. All scruffy.
Boo, long-haired Black Knight.
Boo! Long-haired Black Knight. Boo!
Boo, long-haired Superman. Boo.
Yeah, get a haircut, hippie.
You get evil hippie, get a haircut.
Yeah, get a haircut. Clean it up.
All right. So Avengers 372 from March 1994. The Folds Gather. Writer Bob Harris, penciler Steve Epting, inker and colorist still Tom Palmer, letterer Bill Oakley, and editor Ralph Macchio. Magdalene, Swordsman, Vision, and Deathcry depart for Scotland to investigate why a tracking station has gone offline. Meanwhile, Quicksilver attempts to patch up his marriage to Crystal. Sersi and the Black Knight work together to deal with her madness. Unfortunately, they're interrupted by a new group of gatherers and drive them off. So,
Yeah.
yes, new gatherers.
A new team from out of nowhere.
I know. I'm surprised we didn't get it's the all new, all different gatherers.
The all new, all different, all deadly.
Exactly. Then meanwhile, somewhere in the Andes, still we got
Cassandra and Sloth.
Hey, what? What?
What are we, chop liver? You forget about us?
Uh,
Yeah, that's so funny. I wonder if somebody will ever dig them up someday and discuss what happened to them.
No, wait till we get to the end of this story.
Oh, yeah. Oof.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this one open. Yeah, there's a lot that synopsis didn't cover because again, I guess the NYPD finds those two cops who were transformed and dumped in the river. So
In the previous issue, which was almost a year ago, they've been searching for these guys.
and speaking of mullets, yes, it's this mysterious. Basically, he almost seems like a psychic wearing his sunglasses at night.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Who's
he's
quote unquote helping them with the case.
exactly. But then he walks past the Avengers mansion and
There's a sinister grin on his face. Uh-oh.
remembering the last words he said to those who live in the mansion. This is all far, far from over. So
Ooh.
who could that be?
I wonder.
So yeah, basically Vision's taking the recruits on a field trip, and after
I love these new recruits too. We've got a great little group here. We've got Magdalene, the new swordsman, Deathcry, and the newly transformed Vision. I love it.
So yes, kids, after page 5, we won't see them the rest of this episode.
Yeah, but we will see them again.
Yes.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, the trip to Scotland only takes 122 minutes.
Yeah. Convenient that they're all gone for this big epic battle that takes
I
place.
know, especially since this, previously, this gatherer stuff has had a big effect on the Vision, but he's not going to be here for the finale.
And the swordsman and Magdalene used to be gatherers. Like you'd think that they would want to be there to take down Proctor, but oh well.
Meanwhile, Deathcry's like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Although, and I forgot about this. I guess she's kind of, I don't know, she's kind of attracted to the Vision.
Is, yeah, they explore that later on. She flirts with him a lot. Yeah. Yep. And then Quicksilver shows up at the Avengers mansion. He's all hobbling around with a cane because he was injured during the events of the Blood Ties story.
Yes, they even call out issue 369.
369, yeah.
So if we do the bloodlines, I think we need to get Lilith in here because there is a 369 in there. So
definitely. I wonder what she thinks of Blood Ties.
I'm like, you had to be on camera, so watch your eyes roll into the back of your head. Oh man, do you see the sneakers Quicksilver's wearing?
Oh yeah, those are sharp. Those are sharp. Those are definitely 1993 sneakers, man. I think I had a pair of those.
Red with that yellow lightning bolt, and those things looking pretty flashy.
Yeah, I like that. I see what you did there, Tom Palmer. He was the colorist, man. That's him. Yep.
You mean the guy you're gonna lose the race to in Marvel vs. DC?
Yeah.
But yeah. Cap's like, oh hey, it's like nice to see you, and he's like, I know you're already with X Factor, but he's like, you're always an Avenger, always welcome back anytime.
Yeah, totally oblivious to this romantic triangle that's happening.
Yeah, because
And
Dane's
just was
still in
like,
the team.
hey, you want to rejoin the team and contribute to this dramatic tension between Crystal and the Black Knight? It'd be great for the team dynamic.
I know. Black Widow's like, oh, Dan, isn't it time for your exam with Hank? He's like, oh yeah, right.
She goes, as a student of human nature, you have a lot to be desired, she says to Steve.
Yeah,
So
he's
funny.
like, as a central sentinel of liberty, you're second to none, but as student of human nature, there's a lot to be desired.
That's fantastic.
Oh Lord! And then Crystal and Quicksilver walking through the park. Do you still love?
They're trying to patch it up again.
Do you still love me? Yeah.
God, how long have they been doing this
I
for? This
know.
off again stuff.
I'd say
It's been
part
seriously years. Remember the Evolutionary War? Like when she went back to Adeline? Like
these
that
two.
that was 1989. So like for 4 years they've been doing this on again, off again stuff. It's like
I was gonna say, I mean, her and Black Knight have been kind of going back and forth since like what 343. So I mean, that's
right.
I think that's been at least almost 2 years for just the Black Knight. Then in the mix here.
That's crazy.
Because he's like, do you love me? Yeah. Do you still love Dane Whitman? Yes.
Yes. And then Sersi flying around.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say the X-Men crossover was nice, but we had Quicksilver. Why couldn't we get an X Factor crossover?
I know that would have been great.
Yeah, man, get like
especially with that team
crossover between the two books. Yeah,
especially because they were a government-funded mutant team. Like, I could see that dovetailing in with one of the Avengers missions really well. That's a missed opportunity.
So Sersi's flying around, and then we see mysterious figures watching from rooftops, which was a big thing in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, big time. Hidden in the shadows. Yeah.
Oh, hell, that's Spider-Man Clone Saga. I mean, there's people in shadows. There's people in shadows.
Half the issue.
Watching people in shadows.
Yes, half of the issue is that.
Yeah. It's like someone's watching Spider-Man, and then someone is watching the person who's watching Spider-Man.
It's like an infinite loop of them watching each other.
Oh, yeah, that was... Name me a 90s Marvel and Punk DC book where someone wasn't spying on someone.
Yeah. Remember in the last one when Dane and Crystal were making out, the Vision was watching them, and then Sersi was watching them from up in the window.
Every issue of the 90s had someone spying on someone else, and half of those people had mullets.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of which, on the next page, we get an appearance with Hank Pym, who also has a mullet.
Oh, yeah.
When did this happen? He was just in the West Coast Avengers looking normal with his normal haircut, and all of a sudden he gets over here and he's rocking a mullet. He's like, well, I guess I got to fit in with the rest of the people around here.
But yeah, we see him examining the Black Knight, and the Black Knight's like, I just came in here to get out of like a embarrassing situation. He's, because he's like, we really didn't have an appointment. And Hank's like, I need all the data I can get. He's like, this is like a first time, in the history of the world. This is the first time a human and Eternal have, done this.
A mind meld or soul meld or whatever it is. Yeah, it needs to be analyzed because it's obvious that it's having an effect on him.
Oh yeah, I mean, he screams Sersi's name, and Hank's like, "What are you doing? We're not finished." He's like, "I'm sorry, I gotta go." And he says, "I really don't have a choice." So he runs out to like the waterfront where Sersi's at. Yeah. She was like, "I was just thinking I needed a friend. I was thinking about you and wishing you were here with me." He's like, "I know. I felt it in my head and I couldn't resist." He's like, "This isn't right. Dear Lord, what are you do-" Look at that panel where he says, "Dear Lord, what are you doing to me?"
Yeah, he looks all haggard. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He looks rough.
I love this next scene where Hercules brings in that big piece of equipment like him, but he's all like distracted, and he's like, "Just a minute."
The son of Zeus is no man's workhorse. He slams this thing down on the ground.
Just drops it. Yeah.
I love it.
How do you feel about that look, Herc in the tank, in the Avengers tank?
I love that. Yeah, it's great.
Still wearing
it. Yeah, and with the gold boots and stuff. Yeah. He was slowly putting together a new costume over the course of a few issues. Yeah.
He also has a mullet.
I know. Yep. I think that's why Hank did it. He saw Hercules, he saw the Black Knight. He's like, well, all these mullets, man. I guess I got to grow this out.
That's what all the cool kids are doing.
Yeah. Got to fit in with the cool kids.
So, but then Hank says, "Oh, I've been studying these Dane's readings, and they're disturbing." And then Hercules is like, "Wait, okay." He's like, "Well, my friend's in danger. Tell us."
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Here's Dane. The scan I just took a Dane. Here's a scan I took, brain scan I took a Sersi, and they're almost identical."
Yeah.
So
they're becoming the same person. No.
And any second, Black Knight's going to start trying to grab Captain America's ass.
Yeah, exactly. Actually.
Oh my!
Let's have that happen. I want to see that.
Sorry, sir. I think that's only going to happen on yours and Lilith Hellfire's hard drive.
You never know.
But yeah, then back to Sersi and the Black Knight. And Dane's like, it's getting worse. I think about you all the time. I feel your thoughts.
Yeah.
I don't want this. I never did. I want my life back.
I want my life back. It's like a Jerry Springer episode.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're attacked by the new Gatherers.
Yeah, after she's like, this was meant to be. Sersi, or Crystal's married. Come on.
Yeah, right. She's trying to convince him that, Crystal's a lost cause, that he should just kind of give that up and resign himself to this new life as the soulmate of an Eternal who's never going to die. This whole bonding was ill-advised.
Oh, yeah. So as they're making out, they get attacked by 3 new Gatherers.
Mm-hmm.
And this one guy looks like he's almost like black volcanic rock or something. I mean, I'm wondering if he's like some kind of version of Ben Grimm or something. Because
that's what I thought.
It's Battering time.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because all these Gatherers are like parallel versions of other Avengers, I guess.
I don't know, because Magdalene was, in our reality, Marissa Dara wasn't a superhero or anything.
That's true. She was just a normal woman, yeah. But I always assumed that the dude with the tail, Tarkus, was like a different version of the Hulk, or the gargoyle that was mutated from radiation or something.
I'm looking at a thing here. Nothing is known of the reptilian humanoid referred to only as Tarkus prior to his joining Proctor's pan-dimensional revenge crusade against the Avengers of the Prime Reality. It can be presumed, that like his fellow Gatherers, he's a surviving Avenger. But yeah, they haven't. I guess they
haven't said who his
revealed
counterpart is.
Virgin or nothing.
Yeah. But the woman, I assumed that she was a Mantis. A parallel of Mantis. She kind of resembles Mantis to me.
Yeah, I'm looking. The rock guy, Korg. It's again.
Korg.
They're saying he's not. Again, they really reveal nothing about his origin, but his rocky appearance and permutation of a familiar battle cry may very well indicate he is somehow analogous to the Thing.
Yep.
So yeah, let's see where. I don't know why I'm looking up Sliver. I know nothing's gonna.
Sliver, yeah. I think Sliver's Mantis. That was always my intuition.
Maybe, yeah, because of course, nothing's.
Yeah.
Then he's not here yet, but then there's another one called Rick, R-I-K. So I'm
Rick, yeah.
I'm like, is that supposed to be like Rick Jones, like a side of Rick Jones?
Brown hair. Yeah, he's got the brown hair, the same tone as Rick Jones. Yeah.
I don't know where they get this.
And there's another Jocasta.
Yeah, gold one, yeah.
A golden Jocasta. I was excited when I saw her. I thought, ooh, that'd be cool if she ended up joining the Avengers, kind of like Magdalene and Swordsman did. Or like they did something with, kind of like they did with the Vision, where they found the original Jocasta's programming and put it in the body of the Gatherer one after she died or something.
Oh, yeah.
And they could bring Jocasta back. I always thought that Jocasta was a really underused character from
Yeah.
day one. Like
Mhm.
underused, underutilized in the team. Like, yeah, they wrote her off so fast, and I thought that's such a waste, man. That's a great character. You haven't really done anything with her.
And if not on the main team, they should have put her like on the West Coast Avengers or something.
Totally. Yeah. One of those spin-off teams absolutely should have had Jocasta.
Like if Vision's on the East Coast, she should have been on the West Coast. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, that would have been great.
So yeah, Sersi and Dane are fighting these new gatherers, and
They get they do pretty good.
yeah, but then that Rick shows up and blasts the pier out from under them.
I love it when Sersi goes, "These pigs are dead meat."
Oh yeah.
You understand me, Dane? They're dead.
I mean, it's basically have the same brain at this point. I believe he understands it. Yeah, they just look like with their eyes are like red and smoking. Yeah.
Yeah. And I wonder if Rick hadn't blown up the dock from underneath them, would she have made good on her word? Would she have killed them?
Maybe.
At this point, I think it's possible.
And then after that we see these new gatherers go back to Greenwich Village, a small townhouse. And they meet the guy in the glasses and the trench coat and the hat. And of course, yes, kids, it's Proctor.
Yep.
No one knew that was coming.
Yeah. Big surprise, right?
Mm-hmm. So yes, we've gone from a high-tech headquarters in the Andes to a townhouse in Greenwich Village. So.
Well, closer to the Avengers headquarters, easier to hop across town and beat them up, right?
Well, that's true. Yes, especially since you don't have your teleporter anymore.
Right. Your other base with all your stuff in it is gone.
And all your other gatherers.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah.
And then we see that police lieutenant. She's telling the Avengers, "Oh yeah, so we're here to arrest Sersi."
Not a good idea.
Because that's how the issue ends, kids. She says, "Oh, I'm sorry. How rude. I forgot my manners. I'm placing you under arrest, Sersi, for suspicion of murder."
Yeah. The first time I read that and saw that cliffhanger, I was like, "Oh, this isn't going to go well at all."
No.
This is not going to go well at all. Like, even if she was in her proper frame of mind, if it was just, her in her regular old green costume with the little bob haircut, old-fashioned Sersi, even under those conditions, it still wouldn't have gone well.
Oh no, she would have humiliated the police at that point. At this point, it's like, she's going to try to murder them.
Yeah, but now the all red and black Sersi with the hair all blown out and the bandana and the burning red eyes, like
because they with the little crazy eyes. Yeah.
No, bad idea, bad timing.
All right, so we get to the next one.
Yes, we see what happens with the escalation.
Yeah. Oh, this cover, I love it. Somebody get covers this time. Yeah,
I know. Yeah, it almost looks painted, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I'd say 372, 373, and 375 are probably like close race for me for first place.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
I mean, 374 is not bad, but I think these other three are just a little bit.
Yeah, I love 375 the best. I think with that.
Oh, the wraparound,
wraparound cover, you get all that stuff. Yeah.
All right, so it's the Avengers 373 from April 1994, Armageddon. Yeah, I'm assuming things aren't going to go well. All right. Same team, except this time Tom Palmer's just doing the inks, and we get John Cleese as colorist. So. Sersi and the Black Knight return to the mansion to warn the Avengers of the Gatherers and find the police there intent on arresting Sersi for murder. However, Sersi isn't keen on being taken in and levels the mansion to escape. Did she overreact?
That escalated quickly.
Oh, right on top of their heads.
Well, that escalated quickly.
The Black Knight confronts her and is convinced of her innocence. He joins with her. Shouldn't he know she's innocent? I mean, they're mind linked at this point.
Right.
You don't want to tell her she's telling the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
He joins with her against the Avengers. When Crystal was hurt, the Black Knight realizes how far Sersi has gone. Sersi then turns against the Black Knight and destroys the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah. Yeesh.
Oh my. Giant tidal wave.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, Quicksilver and Crystal get back to the mansion. It's like, what the hell happened?
It's gone. We've only been gone like 2 hours. How much trouble could they have gotten into in 2 hours?
Mm-hmm. Then they see Black Knight go running off after Sersi, and then the rest of them dig out of the mansion.
Yeah, with the police.
We've pretty much destroyed the mansion. I wonder what we're gonna do for our headquarters next.
We'll see, actually, in a couple of issues.
I know. Oh, that'd be funny if like they hadn't wrecked the mansion, but they just did what they did anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So Crystal is like, "What's going on?" So Black Widow basically tells her about how the cops came, and Sersi freaked out.
Yeah, and it's like instant. Like she went from 0 to 1,000 like in 5 seconds. Like literally in 8 panels. She goes from, what are you talking about? I'm murder, and then she blows up the mansion in 8 panels.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Get Hank Pym digging himself out at the bottom there.
Yeah. Who's by the way, who's going by Giant Man again?
Yes.
He rejoined the team in the issues between the last ones that we covered.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Costume's not bad. Got a lot of 90s pouches on it then.
Yes, he kept the pouches from his red jumpsuit.
Boy, you could keep some stuff in there. I mean, those pouches expand and contract.
Yeah. I was bummed though that he stopped using Rover.
Oh
that little flying bubble ship. I thought that was so cute. I used to love it when he'd fly around in Rover.
Mm-hmm.
He stopped doing it when he went over to the East Coast team because he had a Quinjet all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Black Widow says, Hercules and Hank, they got a path to the hangar.
See if we can get to the Quinjet.
And Crystal tells her Quicksilver she's going with them, and he says, "Are you really so desperate to save Sersi, or is it freedom for Dane Whitman you seek?" And she's like, "Does it matter? Does it really matter?" And then we see it almost looks like a Spider-Man issue because there's a woman on top of the bridge.
Yes, very moody and dramatic. Yes, and there's this whole conflict between Dane and Sersi.
Because he comes and talks. Perich tells her it's gonna be okay, and she's like, "No, the world's against me. Don't you see? First, my family believed me mad. Now the Avengers think me a killer."
Another thing I was curious about, because they've got this mind meld now. How is it that she didn't see the visions of Proctor in Dane's head from Dane's previous confrontation with him?
Yeah, that's weird too, because the Avengers told her nothing about Proctor and the Gatherers
this whole time.
Yeah,
It's weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. That part is strange to me.
It seems like the mind meld is perfect, except for stuff we don't want characters to know.
Right. Yeah, it isn't quite infallible, apparently.
But he's like, "Yeah, I feel that your anger in my head." He's like, "But you be sure you killed Anscar. We all saw that.
He deserved to die." And Dane's like, "Stop giving me a migraine."
Oh yeah, he's collapsing almost.
Yeah.
But she's like, "Yeah, the Avengers are coming." She's like, "My false friends and yours as well. Don't forget. Captain America's doubted your abilities, and Crystal has toyed with your love, casting you aside the moment her errant husband returned."
And we did see, in the issues that were between the last ones we covered and these, there was a gradual buildup of Sersi losing her mind.
Oh yeah.
They continued developing that. So this wasn't just something that they dropped and then came back to. This was something they kept going with.
Mm. I love Jarvis and Marilla come back and the mansion's just gone.
Yeah, what happened?
Jarvis, we just stepped out to the market.
Yeah, again, we were only gone for 2 hours. How much trouble can they get in? A lot. It's the Avengers.
Yeah, Quicksilver is there to explain everything, and Jarvis says, "I knew she was ill and of her odd dreams." And Quicksilver's like, "Dreams? What dreams?" And Jarvis, "Why? Dreams of a man who hurt people, sir. Dreams of a dark figure that terrified her. A man."
What man?
Segue to Proctor.
Yeah.
Proctor.
Proctor.
But yeah, he's not too happy with his gatherers because he's like, I didn't tell you to kill Sersi. I don't want her dead yet.
They kind of went off and did their own thing. But they should have known that on their own they wouldn't have been able to kill Sersi and the Black Knight. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I liked this little tidbit though about when Jocasta and Proctor were talking. He was talking to her about, "Listen to me, Jocasta. You must learn to be patient. Blah blah blah. Just as I promised to set up a meeting with this reality's version of your long lost husband." And Jocasta says, "Simon."
Oh yeah,
Wonder Man. Yeah. I loved that. I thought, oh, that's cool. Because you get the Vision link in there and everything. I was like, oh, that's nice. I like that. That's another reason I thought that they should have kept this Jocasta around, because she could have been a character for Wonder Man, like a supporting character for him.
Do you think could it be Wonder Man, or could it be a version of the Vision, but that Simon Williams like brainwave is so strong in him, he basically thinks of himself as Simon Williams,
right?
And he basically goes around calling himself Simon. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, either way, yeah. Oh, can you imagine if like, I think Ultron created her in the 616, and he used Janet Van Dyne's brainwaves. What if it's someone else's brainwaves? What if it's like Scarlet Witches or something?
Oh yeah, that's true too. Yeah, and she took on the name Jocasta after her transformation.
Yep.
Interesting. Yeah, that was cool.
But she's like, well, she's basically like, why don't you want her dead? She'll only grow more powerful as her counterparts did on Earth. So.
He's got his reasons.
He's like, soon, this very day, we'll make our move. But then we see him talking to Oot again.
Oot, yeah, ranting and raving at Oot, which he probably does a lot of, I gathered.
Oh yeah. Well, again, I think he's going nuts. He's going more and more crazy. But oh, did you say you gather?
I knew you'd catch that. And then confrontation at the Golden Gate Bridge. Avenger versus Avenger.
The Brooklyn Bridge.
Oh, the Brooklyn Bridge, yes. Sorry.
We're in the wrong town for the Golden Gate.
Right, yeah, the Golden Gate. I love this fight.
Oh yeah.
This is a great little battle.
And again,
it's a little bit too short. I wanted it to be a little bit longer, but it was still great.
Another great panel with Sersi and Dane.
Yeah. And then Sersi grabs Hercules and takes him up into the sky, blasts him, and then says, "To Hades then with you piece of Olympian trash," and hurls him back down to the bridge.
And that's after she backhands Giant Man out of the way. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then Dane's fighting Captain America again and the Black Widow.
Yeah. Yeah, he punches Natasha. I thought, wow, geez, this is getting intense here.
Oh yeah. But
and then Sersi blasts Crystal.
Well, after Crystal's like kind of trying to talk Dane,
she's trying to plead with them, to stop.
Dane's like, "This is crazy. We can't do this." Sersi's all mad at Crystal. "Stop it, witch! Leave him alone.
Stop it, witch!" Yeah, she blasts Crystal, and then after that, she prepares a killing strike.
Yeah, because then Dane grabs her hand, so she blasts into this air.
Yeah,
But,
and she's talking here, and I like this reference too about had they all forgotten how powerful I am.
Mhm.
Even Zurus himself feared me, which is true. Like Sersi's like one of the most powerful Eternals of them all.
Oh yeah, she says, with a mere thought, I can change the composition of the air about us and set this city aflame.
Yeah. Yeah, she's one of the most, actually, probably one of the most powerful beings, period, at
Oh
this point
yeah.
in time. Yeah.
But yeah, so she calls out that giant tidal wave that destroys the bridge, and
Yeah.
she's like, "What have I done?" And that's when Proctor shows up to her.
Hmm. Who she doesn't recognize because
No,
thus far she hasn't had a confrontation with him yet.
no, she hasn't met him, but he's like, "I've been waiting to meet you once in another time, another place, and you're someone very much like you.
Hmm.
You are
And
not the
then
one
things
I
get
love.
creepy.
You are not the one I love, but as I used to say, 'tis enough. 'Twill serve."
Ugh, so creepy.
Mm-hmm. But look, next issue, A Gathering Doom, featuring the return of Thunderstrike.
Yes. Like I said, a sort of new member.
Mm-hmm.
Did he come back during the blood tie stuff, or was it?
Oh, I can't remember.
I don't remember when he
They
returned.
say the return of Thunderstrike, but I'm trying to remember if this was his first time back as Thunderstrike.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't remember.
So, yeah, kind of like already a member, but just with some new
Yeah.
fancy clothes.
Right. New costume and new weapon and new
Mhm.
everything. Yeah. New earring.
New earring. Who dis?
New ponytail. Yeah.
Is that a new mace, or are you just happy to see me? It's a new mace.
If this Uru's a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
Oh, nice. All right, we ready for the next one?
Yes, with a creepy cover. I don't
Oh,
like this
yeah.
cover.
No.
This cover's nasty.
Oh, why? You just mean with Proctor with the rapey vibes? Yeah.
Yes, that.
Because he's literally standing behind Sersi, grabbing her arms.
Yeah, it's totally incel crap. I hate it.
All right. Let's get to the synopsis. But yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't know if I don't know if they're almost trying to pull a Dracula vibe, but yeah, it's just creepy.
Well,
incel
I
vibe.
guess. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that was the vibe, but I don't like it. Yeah, they could have done something different with that.
Yeah.
I mean, Steve Epting and Tom Palmer are great, but
because again, there's really not much to it. I mean, you see a little bit of a background on the top half of that cover, but it's mostly just the two of them on that cover with the logo.
yeah, it looks like the city's like exploding behind them or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't like it. I would have much rather the cover was our Sersi standing in front of that column with all the other Cerseis that she discovers.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that would have been a much better cover.
Or if you want like just Sersi and Proctor on the cover, have them fighting.
Yeah, exactly.
Have
Yeah, exactly.
them, like trying to blast each other or something.
Yeah. At a standstill or something. Yeah, anything but this. This is gross.
Exactly. All right, Avengers 374 from May 1994. Intersecting Parallels. Same team as the last issue. The Avengers regroup after Sersi's latest onslaught. Proctor has taken Sersi to his lair and explains how her counterpart in his parallel Earth emotionally destroyed him and how he feels justified manipulating her to induce madness. Well, you're right. Incel confirmed.
Yeah.
Sersi attempts to escape but fails when she learns that Proctor's powers come from the Watcher Oot and several of her counterparts from other Earths. Quicksilver asks the Black Knight to give him another chance with Crystal. And they didn't even mention the cliffhanger for this one. Isn't this where Dane figures out who Proctor is?
Yes.
Yes, kids. if you don't know, Proctor is an alternate version of Dane himself.
Dane himself, who was also the Ganjusin of the Sersi on his world.
Mm-hmm.
But she got bored with him and left. And because of that, his mind splintered and he went on a mad revenge crusade.
Yeah, and didn't he say he was like literally mutating and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his eyes and stuff were changing. And
again, he was getting some power, almost like eternal power. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But then when he found Oot, he was able to tap into that power.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then we really, that the synopsis also didn't say at the beginning of this issue, some of the Eternals show up and pull the Avengers out of the river.
Athena and Sprite show up to lend their assistance, which is good because the Avengers kind of need it right now.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was like, what? Icarus wasn't here to be like, I told you so.
Yeah. I know. It's strange that he wasn't there. Maybe he was busy doing something else.
So they're all talking about the situation, and then that's where we see Thunderstrike is back, and he brings Jarvis Quicksilver with him. Yeah. Because Sprite even says something. Oh, maybe she was pushed in. Sersi was pushed into it, and Thunderstrike's like, maybe that's because she was Avengers.
Yeah.
But Eric said he got the emergency signal. So. But then Jarvis telling the Avengers how about how Sersi told him about the dream she's been having of a dark-haired man cloaked in black with fiery eyes who followed her in the shadows, striking down innocent men that Miss Sersi happened to meet.
So he was following her around,
and
whenever she left, whoever she had happened to be with, whether it was that dude with the ponytail or the cops. Proctor killed them and made it look like it was Sersi.
So see, kid, she's innocent. That superior puss maimed but did not kill.
She only killed when she had just reason to do so, like Anscar.
Just like Little Hellfire. She only kills when she's hungry.
That's right. She's got to eat.
So Black Knight's putting it together. He's like, the new Gatherers attacked us only hours before Sersi was arrested. It all fits.
Yeah.
But then we get this little flashback here of Proctor telling Sersi about his Earth and his Avengers.
The alternate world where we see Crystal, Sersi, the Black Knight, Captain America, and Black Widow. Looks like.
That one panel, man, Black Widow's got some fishnets. Mary, man.
I know, the fishnets. She's rocking those fishnets.
Yep.
And then this is so funny. Like Proctor's whole reason for having this mad crusade, like all she did was leave. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't truly nasty to him. She didn't destroy anything that he loved. Like she wasn't vindictive or malicious or like, any of that type of anything that would give him a sliver of a reason to have a desire for revenge. She just left. She just was like, I'm gonna go. Bye.
And
that's all she did.
Yeah, and it's not even like they had kids and the kids or anything.
Yeah.
Like, she left the kids. No, it's just like No. And again, you should have seen it coming. He's like Eternals are immortal. They're fickle, and it's like you should have seen it.
Exactly. And I'm sure that they hadn't spent years together at that point. It hadn't been decades of them spending every single day together, right?
He says, but it was not to last. As the years passed, she grew restless.
Oh, so maybe it was a few years, but
but
I doubt it was like 20 years or 30 years. You know what I mean? I bet that it was more like 3 or 4. And she was like, you know what? You're boring. Peace out. I'm out of here. So, and for that reason alone, it was enough for this incel to get all pissed off and start the Gatherers and start his crusade on killing all these different versions of Sersi. I thought, oh god.
I mean, he does strike me as an incel, but I wonder too if there's like damage to his brain, because he says that she, like, she's flying away. He says, my mind empty of her thoughts. So did she?
Yeah.
I wonder if she broke the connection, if that like did something to his brain too.
Maybe. The smart thing would have been for her to contact the Eternals and be like, you know what, we should like remove the Ganjusin link because, just in case it messes with him, we should reverse this before I leave, just to be on the safe side. But apparently that wasn't contemplated.
Yeah, because then Sersi's even asking him, she's like, you've been following me. I did see you that time attack that poor boy. She says, and you suppressed the memory. How? And he says, I was her Ganjosin. Her brainwaves, your brainwaves are nearly identical. It was relatively easy to manipulate you. So she's like, oh, you've been behind my madness, my seizures. Mm-hmm.
Be afraid, Sersi. The wrath of a Ganjusin is a fearful thing. Ugh.
And then, the creepiest, there's equity in that. She drove me mad. You deserve no less. It's like, okay.
Oh, no. So
what?
bad.
Okay. Incel confirmed. One woman hurt me, so you deserve whatever I
Yes. Every single version of the same woman must suffer. Yeah, okay. Ugh. All right. And then we get a scene at the morgue where they go to visit visit the bodies of the policemen that were dredged up out of the harbor.
Yeah, and I like kind of love like Sprite's like, what's the big deal? They're not dead.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, but I think he also say, the Eternals can like read each other's energy signatures. He's like, this isn't Sersi's handiwork.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like fingerprints. Their energy signatures, yeah.
Then we see the rest of the Avengers back at what's left of the mansion.
Yeah, the remains of the mansion. There's some more romantic tension between Dane and Crystal, with, again, Quicksilver watching from the shadows. Always somebody watching from the background.
Yep.
Lurking. Lots of this romantic tension here. And, as you mentioned, Phil, we've got Thena and Hank and Natasha and Steve, and all of a sudden Steve starts hacking and coughing.
Yes.
I'll contact Fury, Natasha. Hank's like, Steve, are you sure you're okay? And Steve says, don't worry about me, High Pockets. You're the one we should be concerned about. Typical Steve, trying to divert the attention away from himself and care about somebody else.
I'm surprised we didn't get like an editor's note or anything to like, see recent issues of Captain America or something.
I know. Yeah.
I believe this is Fighting Chance. Yeah, when
it is
the super soldier serum going bad on him.
Yeah. I love that story.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that would be a good one to cover on the show someday, huh?
Oh.
The whole thing.
You don't have to talk me into doing any more Grudewald Captain America.
I've got to start making a spreadsheet of of ideas for stories for us to cover in the future. We'll just pick from them randomly.
I know I'm going to get a message sometime in the next few weeks. Okay, for 2027, what do you?
2028, if the world's still here by then.
Literally, kids, I got a message from him today. Be like, hey, in January 2026, do you want to do that?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to revisit the rest of these Avengers issues. Yeah.
You know what else we got to do? Speaking of the trash mansion, the Siege of Avengers Mansion.
Oh God, yeah. Get Will Allred in on that.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Anytime.
Scott Lang and the Wasp versus Absorbing Man and Titanium.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Avengers stories. Yeah.
That's what we should do. We should do some Avengers from that era and get the Will in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he loves that era.
Yeah. Me too.
But then Proctor still torturing Sersi, but
yeah, she bursts out of the protective sphere, the prison sphere.
yeah, I love. She's like, you may have been her chosen one, but you were not mine.
You are not mine. I love that. And they cannot stop her. She bursts through some walls, and that's when she finds
Oot with all those alternate
that
Sersi.
crazy scene with all these different alternate versions of Sersi and Oot, and trapped within this vortex. And unfortunately, she's distracted too long, and Proctor knocks her out again. Yeah.
Proctor carries her off, and then the other gatherers are gathered around Oot.
Yeah. And back at the remains of the Avengers mansion, they receive basically a telepathic distress call from Oot.
Yes.
Heed my words, for my time is brief. You must defeat Proctor, or all that is will cease to be. The solution lies with you.
Yeah, because I think they even mentioned before if this reality goes down, they all go down. So
yeah, this is the Keystone reality, apparently.
Yeah, because and then Sprite, Thunderstrike, and Hercules bring those cops back. They've been transformed back to normal.
Yeah.
And they both confirm. Yeah, it's a big guy. He attacked us. Yeah. But then, yes, we see in the records room, Dane and Quicksilver are talking.
More tension.
Quicksilver basically saying, give us a chance, Whitman. Give my family that chance. Please let my wife go.
Yes, please. I've been working for 4 years to get her back. Please. Since the Evolutionary War, I've been trying to win Crystal back.
I was a little insane. There was a long time there. I was a little insane. So that
it happens. Yeah.
But then they get interrupted because the computer's finally finished its scan, and that's when it tells them, yes, Proctor identified as Dane Whitman, codename Black Knight.
Uh-oh.
All right, kids, one more now.
This is it, the conclusion to the years-long Gatherers Saga.
That's right. And at least some people are leaving the team here, kids.
Yep. It will be changed forever.
All right, let's throw up that wraparound.
Yeah, look at that. All right, that's my favorite. Look at that. It's fantastic.
Yeah, look at that 48-page issue for $2. Yeah.
Yeah. Mine was $2.50 because I had.
Oh, you know what? I think
the one with the poster. There was one with the poster in it.
Was it with the poster? Okay.
And my copy doesn't have the poster in it anymore. I must have taken it out and put it up on my wall. I don't even remember what it looks like.
And I did. Was this the issue? I don't think it was an actual foil, but like the trimming around the word Avengers didn't it look a little shiny or something?
Yes, it was. It was the shiny around the logo and like the Marvel Comics logo and the letterbox and stuff. Yeah, there was a border. There was a silver shiny border. Yeah, but that's good because before this, we missed it actually. But between the issues that we covered in the last episode, there were 2 more foil embossed covers in that year.
2 more. So there was 4.
There was 4 total in this past year. So they're like, yeah, let's not do any more foil embossed covers for issue 375.
Oh, you think people complain because every 3 months you had a foil embossed cover?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it was a big anniversary year. Damn.
You know what they could have done with this one? not to spoil it for anybody that hasn't read this, but they could have done a hologram with Sersi looming over Proctor with the ebony blade.
Yeah.
Do a motion hologram of her bringing that blade down on him.
Oh, yeah. One of those lenticular covers. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
That's another missed opportunity.
Yeah.
You can watch her killing him over and over again.
Oh, okay. Just see the blade come down and like blood squirt up. And like, oh man, I'm gonna play that round.
It's fantastic.
Was I don't know if you can see this. Was this the cover from 375?
The poster?
Yeah.
It's
like because there's Proctor's head in the background there.
Yeah, that looks familiar. I think that was it.
I should look. I can't remember. I have 375, but I can't remember if I had the poster or not.
Yeah, I don't remember what it looks like.
Yeah,
It's been so long since I've seen it. Yeah.
I mean, I have no wall space, but I would put that up. Yeah, because I think that's Epting and Palmer too. So. Yeah.
That's one thing I did. I wasn't precious about these. Whenever there was a cool poster in one of these, I took it out and put it up on the wall. I was like, to hell with it. That's what it's there for.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. Yeah, with
pristine. God, I keep taking these with me where I'm going.
Oh yeah, Daredevil Fall from Grace 325. I thought I ripped that poster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what they're there for.
Death of Superman. I did that. Yeah.
Keep this stuff in near mint condition. Why? For what reason? No, all this stuff's gonna be a funeral pyre for me where I'm dying. I'm gonna burn it all up. I ain't keeping it in near mint condition for nothing.
It's so funny. I've had that thought. Like I've thought to tell my wife, I'd just be like, you know what? I want cremated. Put me in a nice box, and then like maybe I'll leave a list of like 2 or 3 comics to put in the box with me.
Yeah,
ashes and a couple comics in there.
Yeah.
And for damn sure they're gonna be 90s comics, kids.
That's right. Quasar, Green Lantern.
Oh man, I'm not gonna be able to decide, man. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Just put my ashes in a long box because there's gonna be enough. They'll just bury me somewhere. I'll be with my precious comics for eternity.
Yeah, forever.
All right, let's get to this one. Avengers 375 from June 1994. The Last Gathering. Same team as last time, I think. 2 editors, Ralph Macchio and Matt Idelson. Proctor and his Gatherers launch an all-out assault against the Avengers. The battle rages on, and the Black Knight, who has realized that Proctor is his parallel Earth counterpart, takes on Proctor one-on-one. The Avengers help him defeat Proctor, and Sersi takes his life. Unable to overcome her madness, Sersi is forced to enter a dimensional rift into a pocket reality. However, the Black Knight decides to join her in her exile. Before dying, Oot restores all the damage that Sersi has done, including restoring Avengers Mansion, the OG Avengers Mansion, kids.
Yes. Old brick and mortar building.
Although, isn't that door to the crappening in there?
Yeah.
Although I can't remember if that was always there or if just Space Phantoms or whatever they were supposed to be in the crappening were responsible for that.
Yeah. Oh. I don't remember. All I know is that we had at least a good year or 2 before that crap happened. So
yeah.
Yeah, we had a little bit of time before that that whole mess.
But yeah, when we get to the end, I'm going to ask you about that portal because I never read that stuff that came after that. So the what is it? The Ultraverse.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I never read the Ultraverse stuff.
They next appear in the pages of Ultra Force, which was basically like the Ultraverse's version of the Avengers. Like it was comprised of a lot of the big heroes of the Ultraverse, plus some kind of little known or seldom seen characters that hadn't been developed very much. Kind of like the Avengers had a few random characters to round out their roster. And so they kind of hung out in the Ultraverse for a while.
Yeah, because I never read the Ultraverse stuff. I remember seeing the ad for it. I'm like, oh, that's where they ended up. And then, like, the next thing I know, what is it, like 97 when they start that Heroes for Hire book? Like, Dane shows up there. I was like, oh, he's back.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, I don't even remember how they got back.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I read it, but I don't know if they had like a one shot for Black Knights. I don't know if they kind of came back there.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
There was one that I never read. It was actually an Avengers and Ultra Force one shot.
Oh, unless that's where they got.
So I wonder if it happened there. This was one that I still haven't read. So
all right, well, let's do this story. Then I have some ultra force questions. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, we see the Avengers running to battle Proctor.
Yeah, this is a great battle that takes place here.
Hercules is the first one out trying to attack Proctor.
Yeah.
Thunder strikes there with
Thunderstrike.
Man, Hercules decks him like off that roof and
sends him flying into the street below.
But again, this is how much power, how much power Proctor, since he's mutated, he takes a shot from Hercules and he's just like, President Olympian.
He just kind of shrugs it off.
Mm-hmm.
And he can manipulate the vortex energy, which imprisons Oot and Sersi.
Who are both in pain, yeah.
And use it to change basically the world around them into the reality that he remembers.
Mm-hmm. Then we see all these the Avengers battling all the Gatherers. Hercules battling Jocasta.
Yeah.
I love Proctor blasts Hercules from behind. Enough, Hercules. Your emotional tirades tire me. Then Black Knight hits him from behind. Bad because we kind of like Herc's tirades.
Yeah. And then we get the showdown. It had to come to this
because he tells him, "I know your secret." He's like, "I know you're Dane Whitman."
Yeah.
But then Proctor's like, you know what? He's like, see, I never freed myself from your mind meld because, again, well, that's the other thing that we got last issue. Dane, thanks to Crystal, like Dane kind of like terminated that mind link.
Right, because his eyes are back to normal here.
But then Proctor told him, well, in my universe, I embraced it. It mutated me as a what have you in time into something more than human. I embraced one other thing. One thing that on this world you forsook as finally as you did Sersi. In this, he pulls out the ebony blade.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yep. He's like, you feared the curse, in its enchantment. I welcome the blood curse. I revel in it. You see, I killed my love, my Sersi, with it. So not only did he blame her for leaving, he killed her.
Yeah.
Idiot.
And not just her. Like, every other.
All her hated variants. Yeah.
Yeah, such a creep.
I know. But yeah, the heroes are battling. Again, they're battling the collectors, and Hank's just like, the vortex is increasing. Realities are collapsing at a faster rate. But then, Proctor's all mad at Dane because he's like, on this world, she loved you. You lived the life I should have had, and you threw it away.
Yeah.
But then Crystal's like, oh, she's torn between, do I help hit Dane or do I, help the Avengers? And then she's like, oh, sorry, Dane. I'll be back. Because him and Proctor are duking it out.
Yeah. It's quite an even battle between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
But Proctor's able to get the upper hand, and he starts absorbing the essence of Dane into him, like the other, like was what was done with the Coal Tiger.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But then Sersi sees what's going on. She tells Oot, we have to break, we have to escape from this. And But then who comes to Dane's rescue? Quicksilver.
Yes. I loved that. I thought that was brilliant. Yeah.
Because again, they show him just standing there. It's like, is he just going to let Dane die, and then he's going to have a clear path to Crystal? He's like, nope.
Well, it's also not like he's at 100%. Like he's still injured.
Oh
So
yeah, his leg is
if
still
and we see like right after he bowls over Proctor, like he's injured, like he's down for the
over.
count. That took everything that he had. So like that was a really momentous decision.
Yeah, because he's down and Proctor's about to blast him, saying, "I hope you're proud of yourself, knowing you died saving the life of your wife's lover."
Yeah.
Mm.
And then this part is my favorite, one of my favorites.
Oh yeah,
Again, Crystal and Eric combining their powers like they
Mhm.
did in previous issues when Eric was Thor.
Yeah, because she asked him, "Call down a lightning bolt," and he's like, "I don't have that much control with this new mate." She goes, "You don't need it." She's like, "Just
Yeah,
call it. I will
yeah.
direct it."
I'll direct it. Yeah, I love that. So good.
Exactly. And she blasts Proctor with it.
Yeah. Bless him. Yeah, so good. And then also the blast releases Sersi and
Yeah.
Oot from the vortex. And then what happens next is my favorite part
Oh
out
yeah,
of the whole
Sersi
thing.
walking
This is
over,
great.
picking up that ebony blade, and
Yep.
yep.
She gets some justice.
Again, Proctor has his last. It was all your fault.
Yeah, I love this too. He does a little eye blast at her and she just kind of ignores it. She isn't bothered. She just shrugs it off and slashes him to death with that sword.
Because, like you were saying, she's just like all she did was reject your love. You know, she's like, I would
that's it.
far more worse.
Yeah.
She's like, for her, for all your victims, I will end your madness. And
Yeah. When you dared toy with me, you toyed with fire.
see, that could have gone wrong because I was like, again, her madness could have been spreaded, and she could have been cursed with the ebony blade. That ebony blade,
Right?
That could have
Yeah.
gone really wrong.
If that was anybody else, yeah, that curse probably would have done something to her.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Dane's like, my God, sir. She's like, no, not now.
Not now. Just not now.
She's like, you
But
see, one Sersi gave him his power, another took his life away. There is a balance in that, no?
Yes. It's true. Yeah.
But yeah, so basically, the Eternals are there and the Avengers and Sersi. Cersei's come to the conclusion. She's like, no, I'm too dangerous to live. She's like, there's no hope. And then basically on his deathbed, Oot's like, where there is life, there is always hope. There's another way. So yeah, he sends out a blast, and it puts things back to normal, like the Brooklyn Bridge and
the bridge and the place where they were fighting.
Yeah, they're pretty much all the city, but it's
and
like
the mansion.
It's basically like everything's back to normal. That was save one small error because yes, it's the original mansion, not the newer one.
And I wonder, upon reading that, did the new mansion get a lot of flack? Like, did people hate it compared to the old one? I wonder.
I can't remember. I mean, I could just see them being like, okay, they brought back the original mansion,
Yeah. I wonder if there was such a negative reaction to the new design that they were like, we got to find something to change it in a couple years.
Unless they're just like, someone who's nostalgic. I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah. It was a good opportunity though for them to change it back. So maybe they were just like, you know what? While we're doing this, why don't we switch the mansion back? And they're like, oh yeah, good point.
So yeah, everything's been restored. Oot's dead, but he did open this portal to a pocket reality.
To the Malibu Ultraverse.
Exactly. So yeah, Cersei's gonna go through it, and Dane's going with her.
Yeah.
He's like, she can't go out there. She can't go in there alone by herself, and basically gives a goodbye to Crystal. He's like, I think we always knew what we had or thought we had wasn't real,
and Dane does love Sersi. Like, it wasn't just a momentary moment of passion that they took too far. Like, there's a definite love there. It was a bit toxic at times, but
yeah.
But there's potential for something greater there. And I believe in the Ultra Force stuff. They developed that a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Cap's like, don't go through. We can't get you back. And Dane's he's like, I know Cap. It doesn't matter. Hey,
Just
you never
wait a
know.
couple years.
There may be a whole new adventure waiting on the other side.
Yeah. Right.
So they hold hands and walk through that portal together.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, a lot of big anniversary issues, man. People walk through portals and stuff. Oh God, don't worry, kids. We won't talk about Avengers 200 tonight.
Oh yeah, that's a tale for another time.
Yeah. So then they're all weepy at the end. You get the shot of the Black Knight's helmet laying there.
That is pretty sad. Yeah, because I mean, I'd been reading Avengers regularly for years, so for me, like Sersi and the Black Knight had both been part of the team for quite a while.
Oh yeah,
they're both like regular fixtures of the Avengers for a long time. It was a bummer to see them both go, especially in this under these circumstances.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much since 305. I know Sersi was like a main. I guess Dane just left his sword, but his photon sword behind. Cause isn't that what Crystal's holding?
Yeah, the sword and the helmet. Yeah, but he makes a new one pretty quick.
I thought I remember seeing one on that advertisement.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Tom Palmer, Captain America pinup.
Yeah, there's some nice pinups in this one too.
Then that backup story with Hank.
Yeah, where he's going through his different identities. Yeah.
Basically, was therapy, but yeah, he's like him attacked by his other identities, all being worn by bugs and stuff. Oh, there's a death cry pinup.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yeah. So I guess the rest of them will come back and be like, "Hey, what happened?"
Exactly. These other four members, like, wait a minute, where's Dane and Sersi?
Hey, what's going on?
What the hell happened?
I'm like, why wouldn't you call them back? I'm like, if all of reality is about to collapse, why wouldn't you call them back?
Exactly. If the circumstances are that dire.
I'm surprised in the notes it doesn't say anything about what reality they were going to, but nope.
Well, I don't know if the acquisition of the Ultraforce or the Ultraverse rather, had
finalized
yet. Yeah, I think that they were still
or they want to keep it as a surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. Once again, Proctor was the only gatherer to die. The others were merely rendered unconscious after he was knocked unconscious. Because he had exerting some telepathic control on them. Except for Jocasta, it's never been revealed what happened to them.
Oh, really?
So more gatherers, we don't know what happened to them. I mean, I'm assuming they get locked up, but it's never revealed again.
Wow. Interesting that they've never been used again. Huh.
Trying to see if it where does he appear next? Oh, Vision 1 through is that the Vision miniseries? It's saying she next appeared the 1 through 4 or so. I'm thinking that's November 1994. So yeah, that's probably that 90s Vision miniseries. I'm trying to remember. I think I read some of that, but yeah. So she kind of shows up in that.
I looked up that Ultraforce Avengers one shot. It was in October 1995, and that did feature the Black Knight and Sersi. And it has a little thing about here that says Ultraforce and the Black Knight return in a new Ultraforce series published by Marvel, which is true. They rebooted it that year. Sersi appears next in the one-shot Black Knight Exodus. This issue features the bittersweet reunion of Crystal and the Black Knight following their emotional separation in Avengers 375. So that's the one where he returns. It's a Ultraforce Avengers, which was 1995, published by both Malibu and Marvel.
I gotta track that down.
Yeah, that's actually it's script by Warren Ellis, art by George Perez, Paul Neary, Art Thibert, like. yeah, it's like got all these great artists and inkers, and
Nice.
looks like it's going to be amazing. Yeah.
Okay, yes, this Jocasta, yeah, it said after this, she resurfaced sometime later working as a secretary to the Vision after
Oh,
both of them had been infected by a program devised by the anti-Vision to erase their personalities and place them under his control. In her case, her personality was replaced with one based on 1930s gumshoe detective novels.
What?
Although Vision was eventually able to defeat the anti-Vision, Jocasta's original personality and identity was irretrievably destroyed.
Really?
Her
When?
current
What was
whereabouts
that
unknown.
in?
Again, this was that Vision miniseries from the 90s. So
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
yeah, look, Gumshoe Detective. No,
Wow. Oh my
yeah.
God. I've got to read that. I guess I totally missed that
I
one.
remember. I don't know if I read the whole thing. I remember at least reading some of it.
Was it like 4 issues or something
It
like
is
that?
4 issues. I can't remember
Yeah.
them all. I remember getting at least some of them out of a back issue. Man, I can't remember if I got the whole series, but
Oh, that's wild. I've
yeah,
got to read that.
I think you would like it because this picture's reminding me of Crystal and Death Cry do show up in there. So
Okay, cool.
yeah, can't remember who wrote that.
Another one to add to our list for 2026.
Yeah. I was gonna say I also believe the issue after this one, 376, is like a crystal like it's focused on crystals. So
It is.
yeah.
It is. Yep.
Oh yeah, the Vision miniseries also written by Bob Harris. So
And that is on the app. I just looked.
is it? No, nice.
Yeah, all 4 issues are on there.
Yeah, look at that cover. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll add that to the list.
Be
Yep.
careful, kids. This may turn into Avengers podcast.
No. We'll do a month here or there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. We have too much stuff to cover next year, kids.
We do. We have a smorgasbord packed for 2025.
John Byrne January, some stuff around the movies that are coming out. Secret
Movies.
Wars 2.
Secret Wars 2 for what, 2 whole months or 3 months?
Oh, I think it's at least 2.
We've got 2 months of the Korvac saga.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Korvac.
Which was one of my picks.
Inferno.
We've got 2 whole months of Inferno coming up.
So yeah, kids, we got some
We've
big
got the
events.
Cross Time Caper over on Classic X-Men. The whole thing of that.
Oh, kids, we got so much. So many big stories coming up here.
Yep. It's going to be a fun year ahead on both Marvel Tales and Classic X-Men.
Yeah. And again, a couple crossovers between the two of them. So
that's true.
So yeah, lots of big events. Like I said, lots of stuff tying into the movies, and of course, we're doing some more birthday months. So
yes, we've got a lot of fun planned ahead. I'm very happy with the ones that I picked for Phil's birthday month.
Oh, I'm happy with the ones you picked. You listened last year. You're gonna kind of see a theme.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I love the one you picked for my birthday month too. That's going to be wonderful.
Oh heck yeah.
Yeah.
Got some FF in there. Yeah, we got all kinds.
Yep. All kinds of stuff. Some more Hawkeye and Mockingbird.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Guess I get open. I know we're going long, but yeah, I'm gonna crack open the schedule, see what else is on there.
It's a feast of riches.
Oh yeah. Because again, I feel like we're so much good stuff we named, but I can't. Of course, we're doing John Byrne in January. Oh, 2-part Judgment War from X Factor.
Yes.
X-Men Classics. Yeah.
Another epic tale.
X-Men vs. Avengers.
Oh yes.
X-Men Classics. Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, we're doing
some Iron Man, some Thor.
Of course, we're doing 2 episodes of Thunderbolts around that. Oh, around Thunderbolts, 2 episodes of Thunderbolts and the U.S. Agent miniseries.
The U.S. Agent miniseries, yeah. We've got a bunch of Secret Wars too happening.
Mm-hmm.
And then some X Factor, some Fantastic Four, some Korvac Saga.
Oh yeah, between this and X-Men. Oh yeah, two-part Fatal Attractions on the X-Men.
Fatal Attractions. Yeah.
Mirror Island Saga. Yeah.
The Cross Time Caper. And at the end of the year, some more Defenders.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, kids, be patient. Yes, for those of you who like the Defenduary, beginning of this year, yeah, you're gonna get it, but towards the end of next year. So
Yes, we will be going back to Defenders. We know that's a popular one. Whenever we cover those, they seem to get a lot of views and comments. It's nice.
Especially when we do Steve Gerber issues. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, indeed.
It's not just for boys.
Yeah. So, what did you think of the Gatherers Saga as a whole, Phil? What did you think of it? Like,
you know what?
This was a few years in the making, so.
Yeah, I enjoyed it before. I enjoyed it even more so, I think, through this reread. I don't know if just looking at it through older eyes, but also just reading it all pretty much back to back without, getting watered down over, stuff in the middle over the years and stuff. But no, again, I think this is I found more enjoyment than previous rereads. So
me too. Yeah, I think this has held up really well over the years, and Proctor is a villain that you can't help but hate, because when you discover his whole motivations and how petty and ridiculous it is, it's like, wait a minute. So the whole reason that you've done all this is just because she rejected you? Like, that's so terrible. And then you're like, yeah, I can't wait for him to get his comeuppance. So it was great. You want to have a high stakes epic struggle like this, hinging on the fact that this villain is so reprehensible that they just have to fail. They have to fail.
I mean, the other thing missing was him going, "How dare she leave me? I was a nice guy."
She chose the bear.
Oh.
I'd choose the bear too.
All right. So anything else?
No,
Gatherers, or again, this is the last episode of 2024 for Marvel.
Yeah, I had fun the entire year. We talked about so many fun things.
Again, I mean, this show has been awesome, firing all cylinders since day one.
Yeah.
But I just think it keeps getting better and better.
Me too.
Maybe I'm
too.
biased,
Our views keep going up too in our episodes.
Oh yeah, YouTube
getting a lot more.
YouTube's been loving the Gatherers. Yeah,
definitely. It's nice. So pile on those comments, viewers, if you are so inclined. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you want to revisit this era, because like I said, I'd be keen to go back to these and do another Jacket January. At some point in the future.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let us know your favorite eras. What do you want us to cover? There's so much like Avengers. I was thinking like, what is that? Avengers, Defenders, War from back.
Oh yeah. That's a classic too. Yeah, there's so much. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, kids. So send us your thoughts, and if you have requests, send them in. We'll try to squeeze them in.
Absolutely. If we haven't covered it yet, we'll definitely make room for it at some point.
Exactly. And again, feedback. We would love feedback. So send us feedback on these episodes. Again, we'll read them in the next episodes. It doesn't have to be before we do it. So
that's right.
All right. So send us your thoughts. Email us CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your brand new Capes Lunatics merch, the classic Capes Lunatics merch. And again, even more angry and more dangerous than Sersi with a photon sword. Well, Hellfire demands that you rain random money on us through the Cash App link.
Make it rain.
Don't make us dance on that pole before we get taken out by like a tidal wave or a collapsing mansion on our heads.
She looks like she was just working a stripper pole down at Divas.
or those supposed nice guys with the red eyes.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And again,
incels with red eyes.
Oh my. And of course, the Patreon, where Lilith and I give you exclusive, uncensored content every month. And if you are a Patreon subscriber, like our friend the Owl down there,
yes, join me in the Patreon Elite.
You
get all the perks, all the good stuff, all the uncensored Lilith Hellfire you could ever want.
Exactly. And they've taken some of Justin's requests, and we're going to do at least one more. Probably a big part of 2025 is going to be a Justin suggestion. So
I love that too. Yeah, I'm happy that Lilith was excited about that idea. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, you two are, I don't know. I think you two have like a mind link.
It's a Sagittarius thing.
No, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Things in common, cannabis and comics and everything starts with C.
Yes.
All right, kids. So subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and find everything at tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
All right, now for this Justin the Owl. As you should know by now, you can catch him here every week on Marvel Tales, as you have for the previous 104 weeks. You can find him again on X-Men Classics, which will be going up. We've been doing once a month. It's going to be going up to at least twice a month next year. So you can also find him over on Capes Lunatic Sidekicks at least once a month on We're the Night,
the Batman podcast.
Yes, talking Azrael, and he'll drop in for other things, which you'll see him popping in and out on episodes of We Are the Night in 2025. You'll see him popping in on episodes next year of Electric Mullet, the Superman podcast.
Yeah, several episodes of that.
Yes, he'll be there for 2 of the 3 episodes in January. So
yeah,
and again, you never know where he's going to pop up, because again, he has a list of there's gonna be some random Spider cast he's going to show up on. Yeah. So
I'll be all over the place.
That should be the contest for the end of next year. If you could name me every Justin appearance in 2020.
We'll get a little scorecard going. We'll make a bingo card out of it.
We took your answers. Let me get my scroll out. And again, you think that was enough podcasting for any human being, but no, kids. This Justin the Owl, again.
That's right.
I hit it early again, but yes, you can find him on these other shows.
These shows every month. Yeah, you can find me on Gamma Charge with Russell. We discuss the Incredible Hulk and the Sensational She-Hulk every month. And we have a Patreon, so do check that out. And over on Predator and Prey, we're joined by the High Priest of Khonshu, Ray, and Sparky to discuss some classic Dark Horse comics featuring Fox's Predator. And over on the Lost Library of Legends, speaking of the Malibu Ultraverse, I will be doing a multiple-part retrospective on a Malibu Ultraverse title over there, which will take actually the whole winter to cover, and I'm very excited about it.
Going back to the 90s here, bitch.
That's right.
Guilty or innocent.
The first cover of this series has a holographic issue variant cover, so full hologram cover. The whole thing.
Nice.
Yeah, the whole thing was a full hologram cover.
I don't get variant covers.
Hologram covers.
I love it.
I do. I have a weakness for hologram covers. I'll admit it.
Don't we all? Don't all us 90s kids do.
Yeah.
Can we all demand these special covers?
That's right.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us for the entire Gatherers Saga for 2024. Again, big things coming next year, starting off with John Byrne January.
John Byrne January. We have
your
so
wrists
many
ready
classics.
for that.
Yeah.
especially on this show. West Coast Avengers, Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
X-Men Classics, X-Men, John Byrne X-Men.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining us. Go walk through that portal. Happy New Year.